That was really loud. What's up, everybody? Spot of Nerd here. Totally, once again, forgot to put my phone on silent. It's not that I'm cool or anything. I'm actually amazing. But if you don't know, every time you go live on this thing, you'll get a notification from YouTube and everywhere else that shit's live. That's what that noise is. So, day 30 fucking 1. Day 30 fucking 1. 31 days of this beautiful face that you all get to experience. And how lucky and fortunate that every single one of you are. It touches my heart. It really, really does. And my fucking light's going off. It's been another one of those days. Technology, life, you'll notice I had about 5 to 10 minutes to spare before technically it goes into February 1st. But we're still keeping on track. I think the closest I got was about 2 minutes, and still counts. Even if I might do it together, it still counts. And we're going to keep going. So this whole episode, I figured we would have, or live stream, I guess, if you really want to call it. We're going to have some fun. I had some good comments. A lot of people liked when we kind of went through Reddit and we went over the dating stories that some of the individuals have been having. I thought we'd get a little more specific tonight. I thought we would take a look at the dating community, specifically the dating over 40 as my age group now, because God in hell would I never ever touch dating ever again. Friendship, yes, I would love friends. Friends are always welcome. Fuck no. Love and relationships can do things that I won't say on here. So, also, real quick, I wanted to send genuine apology. If you're not familiar, yesterday's stream for some reason got cut off, and it got cut off after the title sequence. So, hold on one moment because I'm going to triple check. I normally, like I say, I've been getting really good at this as far as, trusting the app. But I want to really quickly just check to make sure that this actually is still going through. I'm going to triple check. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. I hope it is. Let me know you in the comments. I don't even know if I can see. Yeah, I can still. You learn shit every day. Like I said, 31 days, I've learned a lot about doing this as far as live streams, as far as pushing out content, as far as social media, and the fact that this is a full-time fucking job. And this is why the craftsmanship is not exactly up to par with some of these more popular folks. But I really, jokes aside, I want to send a huge thank you and a huge sending the love and support from the bottom of my heart, because although it might not be happening very much on the YouTube side because we're obviously talking about things that they don't want us to talk about, my Rumble audience has just ginormous words that I can't use or describe. So I really do appreciate it. And I want to send a huge thank you to everybody that is watching, listening. If you haven't already, one of those changes in February is I still want you to take pity out of me. So I'd like you to follow and I'd like you to subscribe if you haven't already, because don't you want to see this every day in 2026? I know I do. I have to. You should too. You could save yourself and just listen to these by following me and subscribing everywhere you can. But that's totally up to you, because we live in America, and this year is America's 250th birthday. It's going to be fucking amazing. Don't really know where I was going with that, but you get my drift. Thank you guys. Super duper appreciate it. You know what? Let's just, tell you what, now that I'm thinking about it, let's just get these changes out of the way. So with February, there is going to be some changes doing these live streams. Number one, might not talk about so much bullshit like I'm doing right now. It's kind of like verbal diarrhea. Sometimes you just wing it and you just see what the fuck comes out of your mouth. A lot of the times it's just like a Twitter feed. It's usually shit. but we all got assholes. We all use toilet paper. Why the fuck not? Or some metaphor in that regard. But other changes, if anybody, you know what? Let me know in the comments. Does anybody read the descriptions of the videos? Because if anything, I'm going to try to save some time and not do some damn descriptions. Or if anything, I'll just do a very brief 1 or 2 sentence like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about tonight. This is the topic of the stream, whatever it is. Because it takes fucking time. Time that I don't fucking have. Or at least time that I don't want to put into this stream shit. So, yeah, it's one of those things. February is going to have some other changes. I'm going to try the makeup metaphor around this, like this banner right here. This banner sucks. Even I'm like, it just covers up this empty space around me. But this banner, Rumble, you guys got to fix this. This is fucking terrible. I'm okay with these things. That's cool. This is cool. This is garbage. Like, it just looks terrible. And I can't, like, for those of you that don't know, if you haven't used Rumble before, this is as far as you can go. You can have it stop and like just show your shit, or you can just have it scroll. It's fucking terrible. So I'm going to try and fix this, maybe with something else, and then maybe do some other shit. Transition, some sounds, more grok. But nothing you haven't seen already. If anything, I'm just going to try to make this more simplified. So if anything, maybe more people will watch, more people will follow, more people will subscribe. And if anything, maybe we'll pull back a little bit more on YouTube. I know we kind of midway through January, we did actually pull back. I used to post the videos because I wasn't sure if people were getting them on YouTube. Come to find out, it's just all the algorithm bullshit. So YouTube is what it is. I'll stream there, but I'm not going to put a lot of effort into it just because it's a waste of fucking time. So anyway, February, I thought it's going to be one of those months too where I'm going to bring in more people. And I know I keep saying that, broken record at Spot of Nerd. It is what we do here. But ultimately, I'm going to try to designate one day a week to bring Richard in, to bring Alberto in. Anybody else out there who wants to join the conversation, if you want to pick a topic, is Bigfoot real? Illegal immigration, blah, 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 blah. Let me know. Pretty easy to find me, pretty easy to message me. Let me know. And again, I want to get more guests on here talking about shit. Even let's talk about the dating communities. Give me your stories. Let's spill the beans, metaphorically speaking, and then maybe we'll have some fun too, just to kind of get a laugh. But that's what we're going to do in February. We're still going to keep going, at least for the time being. I still have no idea if I'm going to do this for a whole fucking year. I really don't know if I'm going to do this for a whole fucking year, but going to do my best. If anything, it would be very beneficial if you could actually just stream live from your phone, which you can, but it's just, you got to have a certain amount of subscribers and followers. So you should help me with that. So that way I can do everything directly from my phone. But all the business aside, all the bullshit aside, let's get to the fun part. And that is ReDdIt, dating over 40. So the way this works, if you're not familiar, the way we did it before, we're going to pick some stories from Reddit, specifically in the dating community, the dating over 40 community, just to show you how fucked up this world is and just how fucked we really are as a society. Because when it comes to the nuclear family and when it comes to dating, when it comes to relationships and marriage, we are fucked. We are totally and absolutely fucked. So let's go ahead and let me share this beautiful screen. And then we will get into right out of the gate. There was one that I saw that I was like, yeah, we need to talk about that. All right. Here we go. Right out of the gate. Hold on, let me make sure I get this. Slept with a friend and it got weird. So let's pull this puppy up. I'm not gonna read all this, but let's just say, okay. I mean, maybe okay. I need some perspective. I, a 47-year-old female, have a male best friend, 54 male. We dated for a few weeks, almost 2 years ago. Realized it didn't work and had a weird friends with benefit situation for a few months, which also got complicated. So mutually decided no more sleeping together, no more hippity dippity. That lasted 14 months, and the friendship was good and really close. We recently went to another country for a music festival with friends. The two of us were getting together from sun up, sundown, blah, 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 blah. We slept together that night. He kept saying it was magical, beautiful, called me baby, head into my lap, making comments about how everyone thinks we're together, kept asking how beautiful his girlfriend is, blah, blah, blah. Things cooled when we normally, blah, 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 blah. Last night, I went to see live music. I asked if he was going, and he said maybe. He said he was supposed to have a date with someone he met at the festival, which surprised me. Because when did they meet, and how or why hadn't I heard about her? Because you're not together. And you're the one that made sure that happened. It gets better. Said he wasn't sure he wanted to, thought about canceling, but didn't want to be a jerk since she's part of the same music scene. This is the other girl. Hadn't heard a word about any other woman since the festival. You kind of catching something here? Do you guys smell that? It smells like jealousy. It smells like a lost opportunity. It smells like a mistake. So, let's see. She also drove about 7 hours to get here, and I'm now realizing, probably specifically, to stay with him for the weekend. Uh-oh. I was surprised, but felt fine. Was going to have fun with friends. Oh, yeah. You go, girl. Girls, yeah. You go have fun. We don't need men. We're going to go do it ourselves. He texted later and said he'd meet me there, so I assumed he canceled. And he ended up bringing the date. Beautiful. Like, whoever this dude is, I dip my hat, my non-wearing hat. What's the metaphor in this situation where you obviously wanted to be with this girl, this friend clearly friend-zoned the shit out of you, even in your ripe old age, well, I guess middle age of 47 and 54, the moment you find somebody else, uh-oh. This was legendary. Like, this was a legendary move from this guy to bring the other girl to meet her. It's like what's the Italian cooking? Munama. Bam, there it is. Because basically what he's doing is sticking a middle finger in your face to say, I thought we were friends. This is my new lady friend who lets me touch her. You don't let me touch you anymore, so I found someone else who will. But we're good friends still, right? That's how this is. We're good friends, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So she goes out, has some friends, da 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 da. Okay, yeah. So let me pick up where we left off. And he ended up bringing a date without even letting me know she'd be there. So apparently, the friend initially, the beginning of the story, needed to be told about the guy's new love interest, girl interest, if you want to get more specific. So that's a thing now, apparently today, that you need to tell the girl that rejected you. You need to tell her when you're bringing your new love interest because she needs to be notified. You taking a note of that one, guys? You need to be told. All right, so without even letting me know, she'd be there despite texting a lot about the logistics of going, and made out with her all night. Casual affection that didn't align with first date might cancel vibes. Mutual friends from the festival were also there and were shocked. Thought it was crazy and rude. That's, again, you got to love that little piece, the rude. Why was it rude? I thought you guys were just friends. Why is it rude why can't he have a good time? Because he met somebody that also enjoys the same things that you both enjoy. Why can't you just mutually friendly get together, enjoy it together as friends? I don't understand. Rhetorical. No, sarcastic. That's a better word. It feels disrespectful to me and hurt me more than I anticipated. Am I wrong to feel that way? Fuck yeah, you are. You're being gotta be careful. I like having a paycheck. You're being a thingy. I feel like he's not actually as good of a friend to me as I am to him and ready to disengage. Jesus fucking Christ. This is like the definition right here, this story of why men have said we're fucking done. Again, these people are in their late 40s, early 50s, and they are still playing the same fucking games. I am getting passionate about this because it's so fucking gold when it literally is. It doesn't matter if you're 16, if you're 20, if you're 25, or you're 54, 47, the lady. It is the same fucking games. And this man, I would want to meet him, and I'd want to shake this man's hand for what he did in relation to bringing the other girl that he met right along to this music festival, maybe had some PDA to basically rub salt in that wound to say, hey, you know how you friend zoned me? This is what you could have had. Believe it or not, you did have it, but you didn't want it anymore. So I went and found something else, and you got jealous. You did what every single does in these situations because you're no longer the center of attention. And it hurts you. It eats at your soul. I can promise you, she didn't sleep for weeks, months, probably still has trouble. And it's glorious. I don't mean that in a bad, like, to be very careful. Allegedly, let's throw the allegedly everywhere. I don't wish harm to anybody. I just love the level of revenge and just beautiful cherry on the top. Bringing this girl out was legendary. So finish it up, the update. So if you don't know Reddit, there's usually like some sort of updates because, of course, this has over 100 comments. We'll go through some of these. But it says, I calmly and politely said the friendship no longer works for me. I love it that you're literally still pointing out that it's a fucking friendship. Friendship. In today's man brain world, the ones that have literally caught on, the ones that have the intelligence more than that of a rock, the moment we are called buddy is basically like me calling you the C word that rhymes with blunt. Just so we're clear, ladies, if anybody's listening or watching this, when you say that, hey, buddy, oh, this is my really good friend, two things are happening. Number one, you're metaphorically slapping us across the face. Or number two, you may as well just call us a blunt, just so we're clear. He is, of course, pretending to be completely shocked and acting like it's crazy on my end. But I'm not getting into any back and forth with him about it. Thank you for your kind and honest answers. It really helped. This female is completely oblivious to the actions in which she laid out for this situation. Obviously, we don't know jack shit in relation to the entire story. Obviously, he might have a different side. There might be far more details that we have no idea about. What is ultimately clear, though, is this female and this man who once may have been a thing, that man was pushed to the side. That man, thankfully, had some cojones, got himself back up, and guess what he did? He found something better. And it eats her alive. And it is the most beautiful thing on this planet. So, a couple of these comments. It's time to move on. Nothing good will be found here. Ding. Oh, wait. I got it. Hold on. Wait. Oh, I should have had this right. No, that's the, that comment. No, that's actually a bad sound. I need to fix the sounds, but perfect. Literally, it's time to move on. Nothing good will happen here. Nothing good will be found here. Yep. This guy is this is okay, yeah, this guy is a jerk. Imagine acting like this at 54. How embarrassing for him. I'm going to allegedly imagine that that comment is another female. Just just assumption. Total assumption. Might just be another female. Allegedly. Let's just see. I was thinking when I was reading this a couple times, this dating over 40, right? Not behavior I can imagine myself having at 45 plus. Ding ding. But I do not mean to be judgmental. My ex-wife liked to go out to all these music festivals, and I thought I looked out of place being in my 30s, but again, me no judgment. This is just isn't my kind of thing. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. Oof. At first, I thought it was your bad for not reciprocating his feelings when he said you were the one. And you're literally spelling it out again. He literally thought you were the one, and you literally pushed him to the side. And even if that is the case, which it was in the beginning, this next move is just gross. It sounds like he did it to. Again, I'm assuming allegedly this is probably another female. It sounds like he did it to make you jealous, which is gross, and it means he used the other woman. How do we know they're not still together? How do we know that? Well, you guys are just friends, so maybe could we ask him? Is there a way we could? I know this is just generalizing, but I'd love to genuinely know if this guy's still with this girl. Let's see. I did match the energy, and the "you're the one" comment felt rather ambiguous, probably by design. Like maybe wonder if he meant looking for someone to have fun with, hook up with, which doesn't really make sense in the context of which he said it. We just got back 2 weeks ago, so I thought things were potentially evolving to something, or that we'd at least be careful with each other until we figured it out. No, you already figured it out. This is apparently the same person from the story. You figured it out. You already made the decision that he no longer exists. He no longer matters. He is at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to your life. The man moved on. He moved on so much to replace you, and you can't stand it. That's the issue. That's the problem. That's the story. That's its conclusion. Look in the mirror, sweetheart. That's the solution. It's not rocket science, at least to me. Let's just see. Some of these are kind of just whatever. Wow, sis, you got played. He isn't a worthy romantic interest. You can probably find a better lover in bed, and damn, he does not know how to be a friend to you. What? This is, ladies, we're friends. Why does his love interest have anything to do with your friendship? Oh, that's right. Because it doesn't mean he's paying any attention to you. It means the world isn't revolving around you. Funny how that works. These are fun. Let's do one more. And then we'll wrap it up because I know I've spent way too long on this one, but this was gold. When I read this one, I literally was like, perfect. Bam. Literally absolutely perfect. So, and it's the 31st anniversary. It's the 1 month anniversary. So I figured let's just have some fun here. Now straight up, I'm just gonna randomly choose one. The first one we were talking about, I did actually find and was like, this is too good not to talk about. But let's just choose a random one here. Are we tolerating death grip syndrome? What the fuck is that? All right, let's click on that. I'm dating a guy who has death grip syndrome. He can't finish from PIV sex alone. Anybody want to fill me in on what that is? I'm really terrible with acronyms. And has to masturbate to orgasm. He's been very clear that this is not about me, and intellectually I believe him, but emotionally it still feels personal sometimes. The issue is that I really enjoy my partner finishing inside me. That's a big part of intimacy and a pleasure for me. Having to stop, pull out, and watch him jerk off for several minutes is honestly pretty unsatisfying. Yeah, I could see that. To be fair, he always makes sure I get mine first, so he's not selfish, although he's otherwise a genuinely cool guy. I'm just struggling with whether this is something I can live with long term. I really enjoy being the one who brings my partner there, and this setup leaves me feeling disconnected. You know what? Okay. Allegedly, I could see that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's just say sometimes medications can do things that might not help things in certain places, and I'm not afraid to share that. I think it's important to communicate this, and I give the whoever these people are, we don't know their ages, they haven't really said anything about that, but respect. They clearly are respecting each other's boundaries. They're respecting each other's space, physicalness, I guess, whatever the word is. But I've kind of been in this situation, and I won't let's just be very transparent. Let's be honest. Similar ish situation. And I think communication, that is the biggest thing that I fully admit was probably one of my biggest faults. Here's a little vulnerability for you. I was terrible at communication. I learned over the years how to be better at it, but ultimately, that's going to be it. Communication. You have to communicate with each other. And clearly, the fact that there's some, I wouldn't say there's like she said, I mean, clearly, I'm assuming she says she's feeling disconnected. I'm assuming it could just be maybe, and I'm just allegedly assuming some overthinking. But hopefully the guy or hopefully she can tell him, you know what? I need more. And hopefully that's something that they can bring together to be better. This is actually, I say this, it doesn't always have to be negative and nasty and whatever you want to call it. This respect, you know? Let's see. I'm not even gonna. Geez, good lord, that's an essay. Yeah, again, your openness and helpful advice is very refreshing. So, thank you for providing a moment of sanity here and some useful information face to face. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, some of these can actually be positive, or at least enlightening, helping each other out. You know what I mean? So, last one, because I know this will probably be a fun one here. Dating multiple men. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. As long as it's not an essay. All right. I recently started Old. I do know Old is online dating, and I need advice on how to navigate dating multiple men. I, 51 female, had my first date yesterday. It was lovely. We had a nice dinner, kissed at the end of the night. He asked me out again. Saturday night, I'm thrilled. Blah, blah, blah. Before these dates were organized, I had a date for Friday with another man, as well as a tentative coffee with a third Friday or Saturday. So, again, ladies, 51 years old, and you are still playing the games where you have multiple guys lined up without, I guarantee you, she's, without even finishing the story, I guarantee you, she is not telling a single one of these men about the others. Now, let's be clear. Does she have to? Absolutely not. There's no exclusivity. It's first dates. These are blah, 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 blah. It just comes to the fact of I don't know, maybe it's just me. And if it is me, so be it. Multiple dudes in a matter of a week, I want to pump those brakes. Just my 2 cents. So, how does one balance these options without feeling like I'm doing something wrong or guilty? Well, first off, you are. Each guy, at least in my opinion, each guy seems interesting. I don't want to let go. Oh, this is the best part. This, see, without even reading it, I knew this was going to be. Let's read this. I don't want to let any go yet. Ding, 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 ding. There it is. I don't want any of them let go because I want to see which one I want to be with. I'll tell them when the time comes. We'll just test out the waters first. Because what if one doesn't work out for some other reason? Oh my god, it's like you could just write this shit without even knowing it. At the same time, it feels strange, maybe slightly dishonest. Oh, sweetie. At the same time, it feels strange, maybe slightly dishonest to be dating 3 at once. I'm not from this generation where this seems to be the normal thing. I feel like I'm going to mess this all up and end up with none. Let me give you a spoiler for the future. You are going to end up with none because I can promise you, if these men, albeit I have no idea about anything around their situation, I guarantee you they're going to find out and you're going to end up with no one and you're going to be right back to square one. It's literally, this shit writes it fucking self. I guarantee you. And I know we will never get it, but my God, would I love to have some form of follow up there in relation to all those 3 dates, because I'm pretty confident all of us can agree we know the outcome there. The outcome is she's going to be right back to square one with nobody. Just allegedly my assumption. But anyway, y'all, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think? Should we keep doing this? Of course we're going to keep doing this. It's fucking hilarious. I'm even going to start doing, I can't take credit for it, but I saw this guy sign up for a Hinge account and just started metaphorically destroying women when it comes to like, I'm never going to date a Trump guy. And he just goes, you sound vaccinated. It's fucking gold. Maybe we'll do something like that. It's February. Who knows? But anyway, y'all, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate from the bottom of my heart. The last 31 days have been epic. We will keep going. We will keep rocking it. But until then, we will see you guys today, because it's technically February 1st. Laters, y'all.